collectively be president?
Pizza by the pound and cocaine for everyone.
We would own the FCC.
Yeah, I know.
Matt would come out like a wrestler.
We could do whatever. And listen closely. The fuck we wanted.
Hailing from Brooklyn, Ohio. Weighing in at a slim 320 pounds. Your vice president, Pat the Shamrock Flanagan.
Paul Bearer to be like the campaign manager. No, wait, he has to be like he has to be on the mic all the time. Or have him be like an ambassador to one of the Middle East countries.
With the Undertaker standing behind him silently.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, fire. Muammar Gaddafi on the T-cross.
Projekt X.
MorningShowCentral.com. It's the light version of the Projekt X Show. Back after a short hiatus again, which seems to be the norm with us.
Hiatuses or being light after the hiatus?
Hiatuses.
I'm
on
both, actually.
To my left is Pat. To my left, you're Johnny 5. And then Chris, the Msc Everyman in the production studio. That's it. No rooster, no girl, no intern. And I was wondering something as I was listening to the intro. Mm-hmm.
Why you fudged my weight and put on so many pounds on me?
No.
Yeah.
Was I way off?
You said 320.
Well, the camera adds,
60 pounds?
Sure. We got 2 cameras.
It's HD.
I don't know. Did you lose weight? I thought you were close to 3.
Yeah, close to 3 isn't 320, though. And yes, I did lose weight since then.
I don't pay attention to those things.
251 and up. That's close to 3.
I guess. I thought I would be closer over than I was on the under. Whatever. But no, did anybody notice that during the intro, when our regular intro music hit after the presidential stuff, does the bass sound really wimpy to you guys?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is it just the headphones, or is it something in there?
Headphones. It's got to be the headphones because it sounded good when we previewed it. It sounded fine when we were previewing.
Because like the double bass pedal in that song sounded like it wasn't hitting a bass drum. It was like a bass mallet hitting a piece of paper.
Yeah. I think it's the headphones.
I hope so. Because that's very unappealing. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we'll try. If you're not right there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Sweet.
I was like, it's going to go one of two ways. Either none of us is going to say it, or all of us are going to end up saying it.
I don't know, we'll figure that out. Also, if you want to call 888-668-0742, toll-free worldwide, we have a really big show tonight.
Can we get to the really big news right away?
Yes, go ahead.
We've all heard everything that's going on with Disney this week, right?
Yes.
Right.
Of course, they are made a huge announcement about moving forward with a giant sequel in the next couple of years that they want to do.
And we're actually talking about that all night tonight. That's all the show is about.
That is, and I can't wait to see who they cast as Corey and Topanga's daughter and that Boy Meets World sequel.
Oh, that is. Yep, that too. That too. I was kind of excited for that.
As long as they get those two back, I don't care.
Right, until I heard the part that they don't have any news on if any of the old cast will be returning.
Supposedly, it's all they're worried about is those two. But
those are the ones they need.
Well,
it's supposed to be centered around
their daughter. It's Girl Meets World. But they...
what is the working title for that, do you think?
That is. From what I understand, it's Girl Meets World.
That's kind of, jeez.
From what I understand, though, they're all actually really close. Like, all the original cast is all still pretty close. Mm. So most people are assuming, while they're not directly calling for everyone else to be involved,
right,
they're going to be around.
I hope Eric comes back. I really like that. Can they bring back all of TGIF then?
Oh,
Will that be the start to TGIF coming back?
I don't know. Jaleel White's got a big career going these days.
What's on ABC on Friday nights? Nothing, right?
I don't know.
So they gotta have it open.
No, that's on CBS.
I mean, I don't even think there's anything to rival it.
Shark Tank, is that Friday nights or is that Saturdays?
It used to be Fridays. I don't know if it still is. No, it used to be Fridays. I don't know if it still is this season or not. Did it come back yet? Johnny Five, get on it.
Shark Tank's on. I know that. I just can't remember if it's Fridays or Saturdays.
It used to be Fridays, and I know this because my wife and I used to have a rut where on Friday night, and we didn't have the kid, we would get takeout from a restaurant somewhere, sit at home, watch Shark Tank, and then watch NBC Dateline NBC. And then we'd go out after that.
I knew it was Fridays because it took over when it came back.
That and Gordon Ramsay.
For the one that my wife and I always watched on Friday nights was Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Because we're giant saps.
Yes, you are.
We are huge saps. We just watched Undercover Boss because that's back on Friday nights.
That's not a bad show. I just can't get into that because there's that Ty Pennington guy, right?
Extreme Makeover was.
Yeah.
They're not making new ones anymore.
Oh, okay. Because I don't like
that
him.
was his show.
And I never got into the whole moving the bus thing. I didn't understand. I thought it was stupid. Even when they did the one here in town, like in Shaker or something, I think it was. Like, I didn't even watch that. I don't care.
I did, but it was before. I mean, it was before my wife and I were married, and before we were watching it. We were down. I was at what's now my in-laws, and my father-in-law was interested in watching it because he knew some of the people who worked on the house because he works in Windows.
Right.
It's Last Man Standing, Malibu Country, Shark Tank.
Oh, that's right. Last Man Standing, Malibu Country
And
did start
2020.
this week. Last Man Standing's the Tim Allen show.
Oh, with Reba?
And that's the other one. The Malibu Country is her new show.
Yeah.
So it's Tim Allen and Reba. And
Two separate shows. Tim Allen.
I thought she was with Reba in that Last Man Standing show.
No, Last Man Standing started last season. They're just piggybacking on that by pointing out that so they're saying, hey, it's our Friday night block of
So
Tim
they
Allen
have
and
their
Reba
Friday night
McEntire.
block is Tim Allen, Reba McEntire, and Shark Tank.
And 2020.
And 2020.
So Tim Allen, Reba McEntire, and Mark Cuban.
Right.
It's a Friday night block, right?
So I think they could probably sweep that to Saturday.
And
Bring
as
TJ
far
back.
as Boy Meets World original cast, Lily Nixie does want back.
Which one's her?
Is that the
little sister.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Towards the end of the
Towards-
series because she
yeah,
jumped
yeah,
like
yeah.
5 years
Yeah.
in 1 year all of a sudden.
Yeah, I remember that now. When they all went to the Foreign Legion, or wherever the hell they went. Didn't they go to like the Merchant Marines or something?
I have no clue.
I don't remember. I just
Foreign
remember that she
Legion.
got really old really fast.
Yeah, I think they should do that. I'm gonna write a letter.
And speaking of things on screens, I do want to address an elephant in the room right now. Anybody that
I
does
said I
watch-
lost weight.
Anybody that does watch tonight's show at all probably is only going to see like my hat and the top of my headphones. If you look at the monitor, I'm completely blocked.
By my shadow.
Yeah,
And
And
the
it's
computer
like you're in
screen.
an eclipse right now.
Even if I sit up.
Not anymore. I got you on the second camera.
Oh, goody.
Now we're zooming in, so we don't even see any of us. We see my right forearm.
That is why he thought you were 320, dude, because he keeps playing with the damn zoom button.
Welcome Thing. As I was gonna welcome Thing to the Project X show, you had to get vulgar.
Slip them by the FCC.
After tonight, we're gonna own it, so it's totally fine. Oh, by the way,
I'm gonna be so pissed about having to move.
throughout the night, it'll be all right.
Especially since I'm not going to find out till tomorrow morning because I'm not watching any election results.
It'll be okay. I think they fly us out there. I don't think we have to get there our own way.
I would hope so.
I think they come pick us up in Air Force One.
I think Air Force, and I'm pretty sure we can afford a moving company at that point.
Yeah. I think the first thing I'm going to do though is put it to Congress to try to cut how much we get paid. It's not going to be a lot, but just to look good, just so it looks like, we're going to make $20 less
Are
a year.
with you, America.
We are not the 1%. So yeah, so we will have the FCC, so that'll be okay. But quick,
Moving on up. We're replacing Hail to the Chief, by the way, with moving on.
I'm okay with it. I'm absolutely okay with that.
I'm completely cool with it.
Throughout the
We
night,
can actually get him out of storage. And like, he could be
That's true,
the guard at the front gate.
yeah, because he's still in storage in New Mexico. Throughout the night, since it is kind of a big night for America and for our freedom, not really for our freedom, but I guess for America. It's a big night. The elections are going on and everything. And I could care less about the local elections, to tell you the truth, that much. I don't know who any of them are. Don't pay attention.
I did vote right before I came here, and I got to the point like I was like, oh, okay. I voted in the ones that I knew who I wanted to vote for, and at first I was just like, I got to all the judges and that, and I was like, all right, recognizable name. That guy's running unopposed. I'm not even bothering to take the time and fill that damn circle in. I don't know who either of these people are. Next page.
Right. Well, they had.
It's like when I voted this afternoon. I just picked every Irish name I could
Well,
find
that was-
on the ballot.
And like they're mostly every position to be filled. There's
Well,
at
the
least
judges
one.
especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything with the judges. I did that. I got to the point, like I said, that I was just like, I don't know either one of them. I'm not just gonna pick one blindly. Hey, that guy's name is like Cullen Sweeney. I think was one of them. I was like, absolutely, that guy gets my vote.
But as far as the presidential election goes, since it's
I also voted for the most Irish name.
Barack Obama.
Yeah. I just drew a little apostrophe between the O and the B, and then I voted for him.
We will throughout the night be giving election result updates. Okay, and the very first one. I don't know if I have it. I don't remember if I printed it out or not. The very first election update comes from where is this in Dixville? Dixville what?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Mitt Romney's state. That's where he was governor. Okay. The first
enough
results. Okay, this isn't just like the polls and keeping the percents and everything that you see in the little scroll at the bottom of your screen. The polls are in.
It's legit.
This is 100% in. All the votes have been tallied. What happened was in Dixville, New Hampshire, it's been tradition since 1960 to cast their ballots shortly after midnight on Tuesday. So they open up the poll in Dixville to have the people go vote. Voting took just 43 seconds because
They must not have had any. They must not have had anything like issue 2 on their ballot.
right.
That thing was 3 pages long.
Right. Because in Dixville, New Hampshire, which is a tiny village in Coos County, there's only 10 people registered to vote. So the all 10 have been counted. Now, it took them until just now, but they counted all 10. And 5 were for President Obama, and 5 were for Mitt Romney. According to the town clerk, there are just 2 registered Democrats, 3 Republicans, and 5 independents.
They have a population of 12. 10 of them are registered voters. Not a big baby boom.
Nope.
And that,
However, that was with the 2010 census, so they could have boomed a little since then. It's the first tie in Dixville Notch presidential voting history. In 2008, Obama collected 15 of the 21 votes cast. The first time in 40 years Dixville voted Democrat, with Senator John McCain grabbing the other 6. In 2000 and 2004, the village went for G-Dub. Nearby Hart's Location, New Hampshire, which began a similar early voting tradition in 1996, released their own results early Tuesday. Obama received 23. Romney tallied 9. This is in New Hampshire, too, man. That's not a good sign.
I love the last part. Third party candidate Gary Johnson grabbed 2.
Right.
That's awesome because that means he had almost 1/4 of the votes.
Right. According to the latest University of New Hampshire WMUR poll conducted November 1st or the 4th, Obama leads Romney 58% to 48% among likely Granite State voters. So, first election results in tonight.
Here's the bigger story here. The apparent giant suburban flight that happened between 2008 and today in Dixville Notch, New Hampshire.
Right.
They had 21 votes cast.
Right.
In 2008. In 2010, they only had 12 people living there. And now they only have 10 registered voters.
It's urban decay taking over Dixville Notch. The urban sprawl has reached Dixville Notch, New Hampshire. And they're moving even further out to Connecticut.
People are like, all right, this is just out of control. The population density is ridiculous.
An Italian person moved in. We got to get out of here.
This neighborhood is going downhill.
Because I don't think there are any coloreds in New Hampshire.
No.
In the whole state. And I mean, any colors.
Hey,
blacks, browns, yellows, none of them.
You know that you understand this growing up in Independence. My wife looked at me the other day and said, there aren't a lot of black people in the Acres, which is the co-op we live in. I said, there aren't a lot of black people in Brooklyn.
Right.
This Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Are there a lot in the other one? Because I that almost seems more Hispanic.
Yeah, not anymore, really.
Oh.
They're all in Harlem.
But no, yeah, I looked at so I pulled up the stats to explain it to her, and it's 5% African American as of the last census in Brooklyn.
And we didn't even have that.
That's what I said. I said there were 2 black families in the district when I was a kid.
Right. When I was a kid, in a school of about 400. Now, it might have changed now. I'm not sure. If it did, it's not drastic. I can tell you that much. Because really the only blacks that I see are when I'm at the gas stations in the Rockside, Brecksville Road area. But they're all coming and going off the freeway or the buses and stuff, so that's understandable. In a school of 400, now if you want, you could do the math to figure out the percentage on this. In a school of 400, there was 1 black kid in my entire school.
We were around the same size, and I think we had 2.
Yep. So that was our little white bread area.
See, in my high school, we had 3 white guys.
You also went to high school on Guam.
Yeah.
We had, now the thing is, the minority that was really taken over was the Asians.
Brooklyn is actually, there's more Hispanics than African American.
Oh, we had 0 of those. But we had a lot of Asians, and we had a lot of Asians because they were coming over and opening up Asian restaurants in and around the area. Every Asian kid that went to that school, when I went there, their parents owned a Chinese restaurant. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, everybody else in my school was what I refer to as Hispasian. They were...
Pacific Islander.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
With a hint of Latino.
Well, they were settled, initially by the Spanish, and then the Japanese took over there for a while. So I mean, it's just a big old hodgepodge.
Sure. I just realized, and I don't really want to. We're not. I'll give election updates throughout the night, but we're probably not going to talk about the election. We're not going to talk about Hurricane Sandy, because it happened. Did anybody here lose power?
No, I managed to. I don't know how I did, because there was a large section of Brooklyn that was out for 3 days.
Uh-huh.
And old Brooklyn, quite a bit of it lost. So all around me did, but we maintained it. And where I work, lost power apparently somewhere Monday night because the clocks were wrong when I came in and all the computers were off. But otherwise, there was no sign of it going out.
I apparently have the worst luck possible, and if this seems insensitive to the people in New York and New Jersey that were actually really, really affected and dead, sorry. But I was kind of angry because I have to be the most unlucky boy in the world.
Went off while you were watching your favorite show?
No, didn't go off at all. I was really hoping it would. And so especially could have an excuse to not go to work the next day or something. And I stayed up through the whole damn storm. I didn't go to bed until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning. So I stayed up throughout the whole storm, not even a flicker. So then, oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. We'll talk about that before we go to break. So I have to go to work, but I didn't anyway. But I got emails from my bosses saying that, hey, you might have stores pushed back, and it might be a weird week because half of our product that we put out in stores is shipped via UPS. And apparently they were getting a bunch of reports that UPS was all backed up and, couldn't do stuff and whatever. Every single one of my deliveries were on time. I had to do everything. It was terrible.
So not only did we not lose power, Monday was trash night, so all the neighbors put their trash cans down. We didn't. Right? The last thing we need.
Yeah,
not
oddly
one
enough, you
trash
had
can lost.
Right. I say, oddly enough, all of the neighbors' trash was in your yard the next day.
Yeah, my basketball hoop, because I have one of those freestanding basketball hoops. It's not in the ground. You put water or sand in the base. That was toppled over. And then my garbage cans that are usually behind my garage were strewn all over the backyard. Before we get to Pat's idiot nominee, Blake Escobales from Waterbury, Connecticut. That's weird.
That's awesome.
But at least his first name is Blake. There's got to be white in there somewhere. Posted on Facebook. This is another election update. Niggas getting jumped if we catch you voting for Romney. As of 16 hours ago, 7 people liked it, and Kenneth Palumba says word, ERDD. What's your idiot nominee?
Mine coming to us from Tennessee. James Washington was in jail on an unrelated charge to why he's my idiot nominee. However, while in jail, he began suffering a heart attack. And he called over prison guard James Tomlinson because, believing he was on his deathbed and he wouldn't make it through the heart attack, he had something that was eating away his conscience and he had to get out. He called Tomlinson over and admitted to the murder of Joyce Goodner on July 5th, 1995.
It wasn't a heart attack, it was gas.
He said he kind of got, as best as he could, motioned and said, I have something to tell you. I have to get something off my conscience and you need to hear this. He said, I killed somebody. I beat her to death. Washington, after making a full recovery from the heart attack, is now expected to face the consequences as he was in court where prison guard James Tomlinson was relaying this confession. Washington tried to take back his statement after he survived the heart attack, but it was too late. He was found guilty late last month and now faces a life sentence.
Whoops. Is that illegal, though?
Yeah. Yeah, he was never tried for it.
Yeah, but like if he wasn't Mirandized or anything, and he just goes and gives a confession without signing anything or anything, they could just be like, he said it.
It's a random confession. You can walk into any police station and confess to a crime that you committed and be arrested on the spot, and it's admissible.
Man,
it is
how much I drink.
It is a non-coerced.
Yeah, because
confession.
they didn't sit him down and say, "Did you do this?" He came to him and said, "Hey, I did this."
Okay, I can see
And technically, he was detained, however, not for that particular crime. He didn't need to be Mirandized for that crime if you confess to it.
Man, that sucks.
It's like if you are being questioned about a murder that you're a suspect in, and you didn't do it, but you do cop to robbing a liquor store, they can still pop you for robbing the liquor store. It has nothing to do with why you're in there.
That makes sense. However, it can't be that bad, right? Like, he was expecting to die. Granted, he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life, but at least he's alive. He's got to be happy about that. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, got a lot of stuff to fly through. I don't even know what it is. I just printed stuff. So you'll be surprised with me. You're listening to Project X.
Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market. And it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe, the printer guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectified backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectified backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
You know the fresh out of the shower feeling? Yeah, us neither. Project X.
If you're not there, get to the website, ProjectXShow.com, project spelled with a K.
Nabasi.
Beggars if you can.
Yep.
That is really hard without the fourth person.
I mean, I guess technically it would bounce back to me, but I don't ever do it. It doesn't feel right. Idiot nominee comes from Iowa City. Iowa?
Are you surprised by that?
Probably.
I'd be more surprised by Iowa City, Kansas.
It's Kansas City, Missouri.
Hold on.
Whatever. Let's say Iowa City, Iowa.
I'm gonna go ahead and guarantee that it's
pretty
Iowa.
much just Iowa.
No, that's not. It's really not a strong idiot nominee. Truth be told, I really only chose it for the picture. Let's see. An Iowa City woman threatened. Remember, I said woman. Where the hell?
I was like, why? While you're doing this, why don't we go ahead and...
Where's this? Oh, it's way too small. Can you go in any further?
That's what she said.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a woman. You can tell. This is who the complaint's about. Ayla Shea McFarland. Isla Shea McFarland, 21. Of Iowa City, was transported at Code 3, emergency mode, to the Johnson County Jail by Coralville police officers. The complaint said that McFarland was combative and resisted being put into handcuffs, telling the officers at the jail she would fight them. Officers then asked McFarland to get out of the vehicle, and she refused. At this point, officers pulled her out of the vehicle and directed her to the ground, at which point the fighting escalated, and McFarland punched one of the officers in the groin area approximately 3 times. The officers then used a taser on McFarland in the back and put her in a restraining chair. At this point, she then threatened officers, saying that she would shoot them in the face and drink their blood. She was charged with assault on a peace officer, a serious misdemeanor. As of Monday evening, she was still in the Johnson County Jail on $5,000 cash bond. Here's the thing. It doesn't say why, like, they originally went to get her. Like, the whole story said an Iowa woman threatened and attacked officers after she was brought to the jail.
So it's solid reporting.
According to the complaint, happened at... So it wasn't even, like, after a night of drinking. It was at 4:20 p.m. They transported her to the jail. They didn't say why. There's, like, no drunk driving. There's no robbery. There's nothing.
All right, what was her name again?
Isla, Ayla, Shay, Shay, McFarland. Election update, presidential election update. According to Highlights magazine, Big Bird is leading Elmo with 51% of the votes. Just in from highlightsmagazine.com.
Of course, that is with 3% of the precincts reporting.
Right. I heard on the way in here, I was listening to another local talk show. And as of, because the polls close at 9, right? I believe 8 or 9, 8, I think.
7:30, I thought.
Maybe. Either way, as of like 6 p.m., so like with an hour and a half at least, maybe 2 hours to go, there was already 59%, like in Ohio, 59% of the people had voted. In the last election in 2008, only 61% voted total. That's a neat little update.
Interesting.
I don't know how to segue from any of that to any of these stories. I really don't. I'm at a loss. How about the 6 types of friends you should have? How about the loser of this election is going to need friends to help build them up? Ralph Nader will need his pals nearby to help console him after he loses. Dr. Susie Green, a psychologist and founder of the Positivity Institute, believes it's important to have different types of friends. She says in a quote, "It's important to have diversity and to be able to look for support from a variety of sources." Johnny Five, do me a favor.
Yep.
What's the Positivity Institute? And what do they do?
Johnny Five, get on it.
Is that like Camp Cheerful? Wasn't that out by like Southland and like Middleburg or something?
Strongsville, Middleburg area.
Strongsville, Middleburg area. Camp Cheer. It was like for retards or something.
Yeah.
Camp Cheerful. So these are the different kinds of friends that she says you should have in your life to have a successful friend life, I guess. First one is the friend who's cooler than you.
And as Ben Folds once wisely pointed out, there will always be someone cooler than you.
Thanks for referencing Ben Folds. Appreciate that. Was that just Ben Folds or was that him and his 5 too?
I think that was just him. I have to double check though, because the CD has both on it. So
she says these are the people who help you to open your eyes, have a flow-on effect for introducing you to other cool people, and help to unstick yourself from the rut that's all too easy to get bogged in. Did this psychologist basically just tell me to go hang out with the cool kids so I could be a cool kid? Like, is that what I just heard?
Applied Positive Psychology.
Okay.
Okay.
Which means what?
An organization dedicated to the research and practice of positive human functioning. Our aim is to create flourishing lives and increase the well-being of the world. In our trade, this is known as a Bag, BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. We hope you can join us in some way to attain this goal. Let's note that this is from Australia.
That makes sense. Sign me up. Is this a service that you can pay for? Do I hire them to make my life positive, or to make me have a positive outlook on my life? Can I email them with my life right now, and then they can turn it around?
I will double check that for you.
I just want to know why a psychologist is running around telling people to hang out with the cool kids so they can also be cool. If you hang out with the cool kids, you'll meet their friends and become friends with them, and then you too will be a cool kid. Follow these 8 easy steps for $29.99.
Say as outlined in my book.
Subscribe to our mail list. You want the email list, man?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna email them so I can be positive. Next type of friend that Dr. Susie Green thinks you should have is the friend who is up for anything. Everyone needs a friend who you can call at the drop of a hat and says, "Hell yeah, I'm up for that."
I really hope the Positivity Institute put it that way too. Like that was a direct quote.
It's in quotes. It's in quotes. Hell yeah, I'm up for that.
Here's my issue with this friend. This is also the friend who it works the other way. They call you up and you suddenly find yourself in the middle of Chinatown surrounded by a bunch of angry Filipinos who are looking for the gangbang. He goes, "All right, yeah."
I'm not going to lie. I think I'm that kind of friend.
I guarantee you're that friend.
I might be that guy.
This is also the friend that looks at you and goes, "Hey, dude, do you know anybody that has bail money?"
Yeah. Hey, listen.
It sounded more and more like me the more you
This
guys
is the
describe
friend.
it.
This is the friend who starts his proposition with, "Don't say no until you've heard the whole thing." But
would you like to do this internet radio show?
Well, see, it's good that you guys have me in your life. Next is the friend who you aspire to be. I think this also sounds like me. Totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
These people challenge you to be the best person, to be the best version of yourself.
Yep. Hey, I got this internet radio show.
This is the best you're ever gonna do. I swear.
I swear, we're gonna do this for 3 months. We're gonna get a killer demo together, and then we're gonna be on terrestrial radio.
What? Maxwell's off the air? We're totally gonna be on, guys.
I'm up for it.
Let's
We
see.
even got a. Who needs a demo? We got
We even
signatures.
We need a petition.
We got a petition, guys.
Who needs a demo? We got 300 people to sign a petition.
Democracy in action.
That 300, man, that should have gotten us somewhere.
It did.
It got us really far.
To Lakewood.
It got us here.
Got us moved out of Lakewood and into the studio.
Next type of friend that you should have, according to Dr. Susie Green and the Positivity Institute, is the friend who doesn't know your other friends.
Not to be confused with the friend who doesn't know your girlfriend.
Or the affair.
Exactly.
Let's explain. There are times when you need a friend who is completely uninvolved and removed from a situation who can offer objective advice.
So the popular kid's and the one unpopular kid.
So the friend who is going to matter-of-factly have your back because they have no emotional investment in the other people in the situation.
That, or the friend who you don't care enough to talk to or hang out with on a regular basis until stuff goes really bad.
You have no one else to hang out with.
You're like, all right, I guess I'll call this guy.
Also known as the safety net.
Right.
The confidant.
But this is positive. Remember, the confidant, that works. Can't be the safety net because this is positive stuff here.
Everybody needs a Rosen Island in their life.
The next is the friend who's painfully honest.
Otherwise known as the black eye friend.
An honest friend will not always tell you what you want to hear, but they'll certainly tell you what you need to know. Shouldn't every friend do that? Isn't that just kind of like what being a friend is, as opposed to just appeasing the other person?
A sideways shoe in the chat room wants to know where the friend is with the vagina that lets you diddle it.
That could be in here. I don't know. I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, is this 6? Can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, it is 6. Nope, it's not on here. That's number 7. It just missed. Just missed making the list. The friend did that.
You sure?
Yeah. The friend you've known longer than you've known yourself.
That could be the one with the vagina.
That could be. This is that friend who sees you out of the context of your job, your relationship, your other friends, and your life as it is now. It's comforting to be around someone who has known you forever.
Or your mother.
Yeah.
So make friends with your mom. Call her.
That's stupid. That was dumb. I really thought that'd be more
The
insightful.
list or that selection? I was like, because I know that guy.
The list. I don't really hang out with people anymore that I've known forever.
You don't have to hang. At my example, the obvious one, you don't have to hang out with them necessarily.
Right. I mean, I don't talk to them though that much. Like
No,
most
they
of them are
don't.
douchebags now.
Give me a hint.
I didn't realize it when I was
I
younger.
was like,
until
they
I
were
started to grow
probably
older.
douchebags then too.
You didn't realize it until you got married.
Vino.
Who literally I've known since like kindergarten. Funny story. Friday night, I just went out to Tremont, where I usually don't go because of the douchebags that hang out there. But
I remember trying to explain that area to my wife the other night.
yeah, it's terrible. But my friend that I was hanging out with, who we talked about on the show a couple weeks ago, my black friend Daryl. We went out there, and it's douchebag central, so that's why I don't hang out there. And the Vino number 2 was there. Frankie Vino was in fact there. And I talked to him for he just got married and had a baby, and I was like, oh, congratulations. My life's in shambles.
Call me in 3 years. See if you figured it out.
Right?
We'll be on satellite.
Let me know.
We'll be the only show left on satellite at that point.
Who cares?
Hey, it is going to replace terrestrial, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yep.
One day.
And one day, internet's going to be in everybody's car.
Yeah.
Terrestrial is obsolete because there's no commercials and they can do whatever they want, and everyone is going to be willing to pay to listen.
We're
to
shooting
radio
for
in their
HD
car.
radio.
I'm going to ask you, that's what I was going to ask you. What do you think's worse off, HD radio or satellite radio?
HD.
Think we can make it to HD radio? I don't think we can even do that.
It's just a sideband of the regular channel.
Thanks, I know what it is.
We all know what it is.
Going through school
It's
when it
still
was coming up.
terrestrial.
It doesn't matter. It's still you gotta pay for the HD receiver.
Yep. And nobody does that.
No, unless it comes stock in your car, like a kid that was in my class, and then he got it stolen out of his car in Barberton. Barberton. Halloween's passed. We didn't do a Halloween show because I canceled last week because of Superstorm Standy.
Superstore standing.
Shit. Going to break anyway.
One.
It's all right. I'm phoning it in for the rest of the show. I don't even care.
Literally, he's going to stand in the parking lot. Just call the show, since none of you do.
We should do that next week.
Just call it in. I was
Just
worried.
conference call the show next week.
I debated if I was going to have to. Well, no, because I had to pick the baby up from the new sitters because the wife.
You found another new one already?
Yes.
This one doesn't just happen to like walk in.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was another one.
No.
After that, they had to get rid of too.
We found it. It's an in-home daycare who we found on Craigslist, and also just so.
Is this the cousin?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say just so not actually a cousin, but is my cousin's wife's niece. We found out after we had contacted her.
Mm-hmm.
No, I picked the baby up from the daycare, brought her home, but had to wait. The wife had to go pick the other kid since he didn't have school. Was down at his grandparents,
Right.
in Akron, and she was worried that she saw some pretty nasty traffic on the way in,
Gotcha.
and didn't think she'd be back in time.
Do we seriously have a caller right now as we're about to go to break? Or is that Chris being funny?
I have no
Is
idea.
Chris phoning it in?
It would be the first time Chris was ever funny.
He took his headphones off, so he missed that one. Awesome.
Thank God.
He's moving. Does this mean go to break? Does this mean we have a caller? He left the room.
What the hell?
Hey.
What's going on right now?
Oh yeah, it's Chris. We're phoning it in. Project X, you're on the air. What do you want? Shit.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
This is me phoning it in.
This is me phoning it in.
This is me phoning it in on the
Me
microphone.
phoning it in on the microphone.
Whoa. Crazy.
Crazy.
All right, I hung up, dude. Why was it still hearing me?
7-second delay.
We're going to take a short break when we come back since we missed Halloween because of Superstorm Standy. We're going to talk a little bit of Halloween. Also, we have a brand new Top 13 from Johnny 5 this week
Amen.
that may or may not have to deal with Disney buying out Lucasfilms.
Or Boy Meets World.
Or boy meets world. Girl. Girl meets world. Boy, world. We'll be back.
From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Looking for reliable and affordable shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
Hey, Sam. Hey, excuse me. Am I interrupting nap time?
In this economy, it was hard to get this job. Unfortunately, it's even harder to keep it. And there's only so much a coffee machine can do.
Wakey, wakey. Hello.
You don't need yet another expensive trip to the corporate coffee shop. You need the tastiest, most effective energy shot on the market.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The Cocaine Energy Shot is an energy supplement with a whopping 280 milligrams of caffeine in each sugar-free, zero-calorie 2-ounce dose, delivering consistent all-day energy without causing the palpitations and jitters that can ruin your day. It's delicious, too.
When you wake up, you're fired. Sweet dreams, idiot. Why did I even hire this guy in the first place? What? What's this wrong? Oh, man. What? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Whatever.
The new Cocaine Energy Shot. Sure, it's got a naughty name, but this little liquid miracle will beat out the competition to keep you at your best. Ask for it by name at your local retailer. If they don't carry it, demand that they do. Let's go! Or buy online at drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. One more time. That's drinkcocaine.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for pregnant women, children, or people sensitive to caffeine.
99 Technologies.
Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating.
Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers.
That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999,
P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider.
Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee.
No questions asked.
For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence.
With honest and expert customer service.
P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. You're listening to Msc Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectify backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectify backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web. LifestyleLimousineService.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call Joe, the printer guy!
Guy. Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market. And it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
Even if you don't think we're funny, we still do. Project X.
If you're not already there, go to the website, ProjectXShow.com, Project spelled with a K.
Now with a C.
Beverage if you can. Because we drink till we fall asleep. If you want to call 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide. Election update. Reuters, not Reuters. Reuters. Reuters.com is reporting that with 6% of the precincts reporting, Old MacDonald is leading the farmer in the Dell by a margin of 59% to 42%. Do the math, Pat. It works. I said we were going to talk about Halloween because we missed it. It was a storm. That's why we weren't here last week. And honestly, inadvertently, if I decided to have a show last week, we couldn't anyway because there was no power here. So that's partly real.
Which we found out after we decided not to have a show.
Still works. Top trending Halloween costumes for this past year. I didn't read any of these, and I see the first one, and it makes me incredibly ill, but also really happy if it's like a dude my age doing it.
I guarantee it wasn't.
It's too bad. This is top 11 trending Halloween costumes for this past year. Number 11, Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo. Who I didn't even know was a thing until about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then when I did some digging and discovered what it was, I was physically ill.
My wife asked me about it because she heard something about it. I think all the women she was working with brought it up. Mm-hmm. And she was like, what? And I just got angry. Like I legitimately, I got very short and just nasty.
Number 10, Black Widow from the Avengers.
In which case, I hope it's not some 30-year-old guy.
And I'm wondering about that. Is that little girls?
They did have little girl versions of the costume as well.
Or is that grown women? Like,
I'm sure a little bit of both.
And if it was grown women, that's cool.
Because it was a trendy and already fairly slutty costume.
Yeah, well, that's why I was worried about the little girls. Like being all having the tight bodysuit and having their little raisins poking out. Little girls are hot. Number 9, Hawkeye from the Avengers. A bunch of people with arrows in their heads. Number 8, Merida from Brave. I don't like that they're all movie people. I'm kind of upset. Like, there's no, except for like maybe number 2 and maybe number 4. There's nothing like. Oh, I guess it makes sense because they're the top trending. Okay, but there's no creativity. There's no like, I don't know. Number 7, Slender Man, which is a tall, faceless boogeyman made popular on the internet. Does anybody know what this is? Can you pull up a picture, Johnny 5?
My daughter wanted to go as that this year.
A Slender Man? What is that?
It's basically, it looks like like an Undertaker with no face. Like a guy in a suit with no face.
Is it supposed to be from something? Like, is it?
It's from some like medieval story back in the day. I don't know. It's
and all of a sudden it became a popular internet thing.
Exactly.
Number 6, and I guarantee I know why this is on the list, and it's kind of sickening. Number 6 is Big Bird. Which I guess would be cool to see a good Big Bird costume. But unless you're willing to drop lots of money, or you have really good experience with a sewing machine, I don't think you're going to have a good Big Bird costume. Number 5, I have no idea what this is. Pat, maybe you can help me out, or Johnny 5. Characters from the Cartoon Network show Ninjago.
It's a Cartoon Network show.
It's
Thanks for that.
It's like Lego Ninjas.
Yeah, essentially.
Lego Ninjas.
Essentially.
Yeah. Number 4, characters from the video game Minecraft.
This one confuses me.
Why is that?
Because the kid's crazy about Minecraft.
Okay.
There aren't really characters. Like,
What
that's
are they?
not. It's not like a big epic story where you're Master Chief like in Halo, or you're
Right.
I mean, it's just
like people in the game.
Kind of.
Like just
I mean,
random
it's just
people.
blocks. You go around, you bust up blocks, and you build stuff, and
I'd kind of like be going like as Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be okay.
There's actual characters for that game, but
really, because my kid plays it all the time. I've never seen a single one.
Okay, in answer to Slender Man, rather.
Slender Man would be a good one.
That would be epic.
Basically,
That could have been me a few years ago.
You know the big weird colored like flesh bodysuits.
Yeah.
Okay,
You mean like Green Man, but flesh colored?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Put one of those on and a black suit. That's it.
He doesn't have the picture.
There's not a decent picture to be found except like really horrible drawing.
I don't understand. Like, I remember there were like weren't there characters like that in the Buffy TV series once? Weren't there like no face characters that like wore black suits?
I think there's a reason you're not getting an answer from either one of us.
Whatever, dude. That was a great show. Watch it. Number 3. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I like this one. It's a guilty pleasure.
I hate this.
Gangnam Style costumes.
I actually do have a friend who I believe is Filipino or something like that, and he went as that, and he got busted on so bad by one of his friends. He was like, "Wow, way to be creative in that one. Sure, nobody else of your race is doing the exact same thing this Halloween. Way to set your race back 15 years."
I met a dude on Friday night. It was a guy that was hanging out with me and my buddy Daryl, who, when he has a friend from college who is from Gangnam, Korea, like that area, and I guess she just went back there,
and they're all walking around in sunglasses,
like not that long ago, and they were asking her like, because it was obviously huge over there, and they were like, "Are they playing that over in America? Like, do you guys have it there? Have you seen it? Have you heard it?" She's like, "It's everywhere in America. Like, take it back.
By the way, that friend I was speaking of, since I know you'll know who it is, Rufio.
Nice.
And it was Hutter that was calling him out.
I do have a semi-decent picture of a Slender Man costume.
I don't get it.
That's the best picture I could find.
That's retarded and not in the awesome variety.
I mean, like, I guess it's kind. Oh, this is
That's
the
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Okay. I like. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool because I'm really into Green Man. I think it's a cool idea, I guess, to wear one of those suits and then just to wear a black suit. But I don't. If it's not from anything, I don't get it. Like, why do people just randomly start doing it?
I will say this about the Gangnam Style costume and everything, and the whole fad in general. Because I was driving the other, like, a couple weeks ago, I was gonna bring it up, and I think we didn't have a show.
It's like Don Johnson but Asian.
Yeah, there's that. And I was under the impression that the whole thing was one of those internet fads that's popular because, hey, here's somebody from another country that looks like a retard.
Mm-hmm.
And is dancing like an idiot, and we can all dance like idiots, and isn't it funny? Ha ha ha. But then they started playing the song on the radio. And I was like, isn't the appeal how stupid the dance is in the video? Why do we need to have this on the radio?
Yeah, I didn't know it was on the radio. I know that they were he was on the Today Show, and he had all the Today Show anchors doing it.
He was on every show.
That was something. Number 2, Hunger Games characters. And number 1, which I saw a bunch of, especially at the Mushroom Head Halloween show.
It's because they all didn't realize it wasn't a mushroom head mask.
was Bane from Dark Knight Rises. Speaking of the Mushroom Head show, I got to call those guys out for a second. It was October 27th. I worked the Mushroom Head show at the Agora because I never turn that show down because I know that I'm easily going to make...
Oh, you're going to make it.
If not $400, close to $400. Every year so far that I've worked that show the past few years, I've made $400. One night. So whatever, I'm there.
I made the mistake of going to that show when it was at Peabody's one year with the passion to flyer for an upcoming AIW show.
Yeah.
And you were, even though the air conditioning was at its max, you were still sweating.
Oh, yeah. That's bad news.
Which release party was that? Was it a CD release?
No. It was their annual, like their Halloween show.
Oh, okay.
I missed that part. I'm sorry.
So, like, I knew what to expect with the kind of people that were going to be there. And I knew to expect to see some people that I haven't seen in a while that I still like, that still go to those shows for some reason. What I didn't expect was the Agora has a different setup now. They put a new face on the Agora, and it's all different with the remodeling and renovations that they're doing. So now when I come out of the office at the end of the night, the way I come out, I'm walking out into the merch area for the headlining act that's playing that night, which obviously was Mushroom Head on said night. And I don't know which one it was because there's only like 3 original members left, and they were all wearing their masks, so I couldn't tell because they all have new masks and aren't the same people anymore. But I'm coming out, and there's people. It's like zombies because the glass door that leads into our office that I was sitting in, we have covered with paper so people can't see in because that's where we keep all the money and everything else.
Sure.
And all you see is just like outlines of a horde of people and arms and stuff everywhere, and like it was frightening when people would walk out into it.
It was a zombie movie.
Yeah, like it was frightening because like people were like because we have a little box cut out of the glass so you could like see out if somebody's knocking on the door, and there's just like people looking in, and like you see random eyes in this little hole that we have cut out, and like people pounding on the glass. Like people would walk out that I worked with, and I was frightened for them. Like I had to tell them to be careful because I didn't think I was going to see them again, and that's serious. So I finally walk out. And,
take Simon Pegg if you're going.
Right? And I see one of the guys in his mask, and there's a girl that goes up to him and asks him for hey, autograph my insert random piece of merchandise here. And as she says that, he looks down. So then she looks down, and I look down, and all 3 of us are staring at a tip jar that he's holding. And without even questioning or saying anything, she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a wad of money, puts it in the tip jar, and then he continues to sign her insert piece of merchandise here. And the tip jar, it was a plastic beer pitcher, and it was overflowing with money. I was like, you have got like the nerve on you, a guy in Mushroom Head, to be charging people without saying that you're charging for your autograph.
Well,
it's unbelievable to me.
And here's the thing about it. The reason I went to that show and the reason I kept laughing all night is, and I don't know if he's still lead singer, he was the new lead singer at the time, was also the bartender upstairs.
Yeah, he used to bartend
in
upstairs.
Rockstar. And I had been up there when it was empty, and once, and it was told to me who it was when we went to get the beer, because I had no idea. You could have told me, and I still wouldn't have known.
Right.
So when we went to that show, and there's all these people, I just kept looking at him going, screw that guy. He gave me a beer 2 weeks ago.
And honestly, and that guy's cool. Like, I like him. He's a friend of mine. He's one of the ones that's a really honest to goodness good guy, because he was in a band in one of the Carolinas, South or North Carolina, called 3/4 Dead. And they, when they lost Jason, contacted him to audition, because they knew about him, maybe played with him or whatever in the past. And he auditioned and got it and moved up here and whatever. And like, honestly, and that was at least 4 to 5 years ago. And still,
well, yeah, because it was, I mean, this was probably 4 years ago, and he was at the time the new singer.
And like, still to this day, now all the other ones, and especially the remaining originals that are there and they're in their 40s and whatever, and just act like total rock stars and think they're total rock stars and that they're the sweetest thing in the world. He still to this day has never gotten into that mentality and just acts like the good old boy, humble kind of new guy, even though there's new guys since he's been around. He's just like, no, man, I'm enjoying the ride. It's cool. But yeah, dude, charging for their autographs. I was like, you've got, like, I wanted to punch him in the face so bad, but the riot that would have caused would not have been good. Especially with $400 in my pocket.
That paper ain't that thick.
Right.
That would have gotten a lot of their autographs.
Yeah, right. Autographs for everyone. Start making it rain with all my tips from that night. Horror movies burn calories. According to a new study, viewers of horror movies who put themselves through 90 minutes of adrenaline-pumping terror can use up as much as 113 calories, close to the amount burned during a half-hour walk and the equivalent to a chocolate bar. Researchers at England's University of Westminster measured the total energy expenditure of 10 different people as they watched a selection of frightening movies. Scientists recorded their heart rate, oxygen intake, and carbon dioxide output, and discovered the number of calories used increased by an average. On average, a third during the films. Now, this has to be like the black people in the movie theater, because if it's me, I guarantee I'm sitting there almost flatlined, and I'm probably not losing any calories. And
oh, hell!
So
don't go in there!
These are the top 10 calorie-burning, frightening films. Okay. And we'll go from 10 to 1, least calories to most calories. Number 10 is record. And I have no idea what that is. It's just REC, like it's record, like on a button that you press.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. I know what it is. Like, I know I've seen it.
It's got to be something weird.
I haven't seen it, I should say.
Abstract, because I know my horror movies.
It might be a Japanese one, but don't quote me on that.
The Japanese version of the Ring.
No, that would be The Ring.
It would be Ringu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like The Ring was a remake
about
of a Japanese movie.
Whatever it is, and we'll find out shortly from Johnny Five.
Spanish horror film from 2007.
Not Spanish.
Yeah, there you go. That's
I knew it was foreign.
That burnt 101 calories. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it does not specify which.
I'm going to imagine the original.
107 calories.
I would actually imagine that.
What the hell? Why is this
No,
out of
yeah,
order?
I was like, wait, this doesn't work.
That's the only one that's out of order, though.
That's kind of funny.
Because then it says number 8, The Blair Witch Project, 105 calories.
Ugh.
But if you count overall weight loss, I'm sure Blair Witch wins because of the people throwing up because of motion sickness.
I could see that one people burning. I could see people burning more calories during Blair Witch, trying to move their heads around, seeing what the hell's going on.
How many calories is an hour and a half of sleep burn? Because that's what I did through the Blair Witch.
Right. Number 7, Paranormal Activity. That movie sucked. Like, some of the effects were cool in it, but it just sucked. And I think they're like on the 4th one now too.
Yep.
That burns 111 calories. Number 6, again, not specifying which one. I'm guessing the original since it doesn't specify. Nightmare on Elm Street burns 118 calories. Number 5, Saw, 133 calories.
I don't see how that's a scary movie at all.
Well, that's the funny thing is the original wasn't. That's what I was talking about with someone either today or yesterday at work. My mom liked the original one. She was like, a little bloodier than I'd like. But the original was essentially a really good suspense movie.
Yeah. It was like a psychological thriller.
Yeah, it was a psychological thriller. And then when they went to make the second one, they said, oh, man, everyone loved those traps and all the blood, so let's amp that up. And who needs to really think about the fact that it was a really good psychological thriller?
Right. Story or plot line or.
Because I'm going to tell you what, after I didn't watch any of them after number 2.
I did just because I felt like I had to.
You were
to
so
see
far
where they were
invested.
going. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. By the last one, I was like, ugh, I didn't go to the theaters anymore, but I was like, I'm so invested. I think I did up. How many did they make? 5 or 6?
5.
I think I did up through 4 in theaters, and 5. I was just like, when it came to DVD, I was like, I have to watch it.
I did not watch any of them in the theater except 5.
I saw one in the theater.
I went as a party. It was like a rejoice.
No, I'm sorry. Actually, one I didn't see in the theater either. The first one I didn't. The first one I waited till it was out on DVD, and then 2, 3, and 4 I saw in theater.
I saw 1 and 2 in the theater. Now I think I lied because I'm pretty sure, and I don't remember which one it was. You're gonna have to help me out. The one where the chick from the first one came back or whatever, and she had the original dude. He was dying. She like kidnapped the nurse or the doctor or whatever to help keep that alive while she was.
I believe it's 3.
Yeah,
so I saw that one. I didn't see 4 for sure then if that was 3. And then I just watched 5 like a month or 2 ago because it was on Netflix. And I was like, what the hell? I'll see what happens. And it was the same reaction at the end. What the hell? That happened.
Watched them all on HBO. There was a whole weekend of it.
Number 4, Alien.
Really?
Oh, nope. Take that back. There are 6.
Yeah, because the last one isn't like they were Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one isn't named. It's not a number, right? Isn't it just like Saw
6?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought I had a name. I could have sworn I saw a name.
You're thinking
on
of the Final
Netflix.
Destination movies, I think.
No, I'm not. I hate those movies. I hate those movies.
I mean, there's Saw 3D. Just came out.
Which was the 6th one.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That one was in 3D.
Number 3, The Exorcist.
Oh, nope. Saw 3D is a completely different one.
Really?
Yep, that's now 7.
What?
7 Saw movies.
Well, then I don't even know what the hell the one I watched on Netflix was.
I've lost track. I think I saw them all.
Exorcist burns 158 calories, and this is one I never got. I never, ever, ever, ever got The Exorcist. I guess I can understand it when it originally came out, and they said people were fainting in theaters, walking out of the theater, because when it first came out, you didn't see stuff like that. When it first came out, it was a shock. By the time we started growing up and watching movies like that, the shock factor and value kind of started to go away. But I've seen this movie.
It was still a different. Today, yes. When we were growing up and started watching them, it was still very different than because when we were growing up, it was the slasher movies,
right?
So it was still a very different horror movie from those.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you what I watched these probably around the same age by sneaking out of the bedroom at night when my parents were awake watching movies. Leprechaun at a young age scared me more than The Exorcist did at a young age. I had a Chucky doll before I knew it was a Chucky doll, and then after I saw it, still wasn't scared.
Pash and I were both huge horror movie fans. Saw them all. The only one that would ever scare us was Child's Play.
Candyman.
No.
It did as a kid only because.
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah, as a kid because
of the
I
whole
watched
Bloody
it.
Mary thing.
Well, yeah, I watched it over my sister's house at the time. Had a buddy sleeping over there with me, and my cousin was there too. And my buddy decided he was going to do it. And yeah, that I freaked out about that.
Yeah, that'll be freaky. But like from a little kid to a teenager to now, like I just don't get the scare value of The Exorcist. I'm like, that's really cool. That was a good trailblazing idea for that time. I don't see the scare value.
Howard the Duck. Scariest movie
ever. Number 2, Jaws burns 161 calories. Same thing. When that came out, there wasn't really movies like that. People were all freaking out, didn't want to go in the ocean anymore because they thought that could really happen. And I'm like, I watched Shark Week, dude. Like, it's not scary. And then number 1 for burning the most calories, horror film that burns the most calories, The Shining, at 184 calories.
That one it's still kind of creepy. I wouldn't say scary. I wouldn't even classify it as a horror movie, but it's creepy.
When like, and the creepiest part to me of that whole movie is probably what it is for everybody else. When the little boy comes around the corner on the big wheel in the hotel and the twins are standing there, like, that's creepy. And I'm like, ooh, creepy. But and no joke, there has never been a movie in my life, besides being scared when I was a little kid by Leprechaun, there's never been a movie in my life that has scared me or made me jump or made me have nightmares or whatever. The only movie that has ever made me honest to goodness jump was Signs. And I'm not even kidding. When they were watching the news footage of the birthday party in Brazil and the alien walks by, because it's just like all chaos and you hear people talking in Portuguese
and all of a sudden
you don't really know what's going on in the band. And I was like, holy shit, what was that?
2.
Yep.
I will say this. They're not claiming these movies are the scariest.
Right.
They're looking at a purely physical body reaction when watching this movie.
Sure. But I mean, wouldn't that be the scariest though? Like if people are having the most reactions?
Not necessarily.
Just of the
With
ones
their heart
they
rates
screened.
up and everything else. Like
That's one of the ones of what they screened. What else did they actually screen it against? Too? And did they have access to Howard the Duck? Because I guarantee you.
So if you play these movies back to back on a weekend, you can lose a lot of weight then, right?
I guess.
Well, I'm gonna do
That's
that.
one way to look at it.
Let me put it this way.
Start your horror movie diet, Chris.
There you go. I'm gonna try it.
100. They say 113 calories, which is roughly between Paranormal Activity and Nightmare on Elm Street, close to the amount burned during a half-hour walk, the equivalent to a chocolate bar.
Every menstruating woman in the world is now going to want to watch horror movies as they down chocolate.
It's totally fine. It's okay, baby. I promise. We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, other stuff. You're listening to Project X.
From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market. And it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
The adrenaline rush.
All you need to do is feel it.
The thrill of victory.
Winning is the only option. The only option. The only option.
And all the locker room chatter.
No. Wrong. Game over.
Get high on sports. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. Want to know everything going on with the Browns, the Cavs, the Indians, even the Monsters? These guys know it.
You have the most amazing effect on people.
You know why? They're high on sports. Monday night at 9 p.m.
Then I am in
on MorningShowCentral.com.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy.
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. Hey, Sam. Hey, excuse me. Am I interrupting nap time?
In this economy, it was hard to get this job. Unfortunately, it's even harder to keep it. And there's only so much a coffee machine can do.
Wakey, wakey. Hello.
You don't need yet another expensive trip to the corporate coffee shop. You need the tastiest, most effective energy shot on the market.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The Cocaine Energy Shot is an energy supplement with a whopping 280 milligrams of caffeine in each sugar-free, zero-calorie 2-ounce dose, delivering consistent all-day energy without causing the palpitations and jitters that can ruin your day. It's delicious, too.
When you wake up, you're fired. Sweet dreams, idiot. Why did I even hire this guy in the first place? What? What's this wrong? Oh, man. What? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Whatever.
The new Cocaine Energy Shot. Sure, it's got a naughty name, but this little liquid miracle will beat out the competition to keep you at your best. Ask for it by name at your local retailer. If they don't carry it, demand that they do. Let's go! Or buy online at drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. One more time. That's drinkcocaine.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for pregnant women, children, or people sensitive to caffeine.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. Call the show toll-free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
We now return to the show that's better than 2 hours with a hooker. Well, better priced at least. Projekt X.
You know, right there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Never see.
Backwards if you can.
Because.
We can.
Because.
Also, if you're not already there, get to, shit.
3.
Call 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide. Johnny 5.
You.
An idiot nominee.
Nope.
Okay.
No, honest to God, dude, there's been nothing going on.
Well, gee, I wonder which way Otter and I are going to vote this week.
Johnny 5 found a story from Daily Mail in the UK. And it talks about how, for men, life begins at 37. And that men are happiest after climbing the career ladder and starting a family. I'm not going to go through the whole article.
Here's what I love before we even do it, is the picture of David Beckham. Okay. Because his mustache is perfectly in line with the logo behind him.
It sure is.
So it looks like he's got a giant 1920s villain mustache.
That is amazing.
I keep waiting for him to reach up and start twirling it.
Wow. That kid's over 37?
Toby?
Yeah.
Who?
Sorry, Kunta Kinte.
Toby, Kunta Kinte McGuire.
Giacomo. Sorry, I'm just reading random things in the story at this point.
They have in the article top moments in a man's life. Men could choose 3, and so I guess there was a poll that they took. They 8 top moments in a man's life. You could choose 3 of them. Looking at it, I don't think I'm ever gonna have a top moment in my life. Again, number 8 was 7% votes. 7% of the votes was buying a new car.
Oh, fair enough. I was like, what damn page are you on?
Number 7, getting 9% of the votes, graduating or finishing full-time education.
I've done that like 3 times now. None of it's gotten anything.
Amen.
Was it a top moment in your life all 3 times?
Not reflecting on
Was one of the times. Does one of the times even count as a full-time education?
Well, I was there
Because
full
in
time.
job standards, that would be a part-time. How many credit hours did we get? It was accredited. We had to have those, right?
Mm-hmm. Until Lake County Community College canceled their recognition with them, so now nobody recognizes those credits at all, period.
They're there, I swear. Number 6, with 13% of the votes, proposing to a partner. Number 5, with 14% of the votes, seeing a country sport. Okay, so I missed that one. Seeing a country sports team win a significant title.
It doesn't really have the same ring that it does over there, though. Because this was a British association.
Yeah, so like their soccer teams and
so
stuff.
they
Like
think of that.
World
For us,
Cup
it would be
soccer,
like the
Olympics.
Browns win the Super Bowl.
Well, but that's higher up on the list.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, 17% of the votes buying a new house.
In that case, we're just so used to seeing it that I don't think it qualifies as it. Because I wouldn't call that a significant sport. Like seeing the basketball team win the gold medal didn't really do much for me.
1980 U.S. hockey team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is you don't have that anymore.
We kind of do. If it was like the U.S. soccer team in the Olympics, you're not expecting it, and they're going up against like the Brazilians and the Italians.
Even then, I don't know that we would have that same reaction.
Nah,
You have to realize
it's soccer.
1980.
And the Cold War and all that, I get it.
Yeah, I was saying
So
1980 was a cultural thing as much as it was a sports thing.
Sure.
Because we were the underdog in life to the Soviet Union at that point.
Right. Number 3, with 18% of the votes, seeing his favorite sports team winning the league. Again, never going to happen.
No. Well, I can't say that. Mine actually did once.
I was like, if you were a Cleveland Force fan, it did.
35% number 2, getting married. 43% number 1, becoming a parent. There was another day-to-day things that put a smile on a man's face. Poll of 1,000 men. Okay. Day-to-day, eating a favorite lunch is the one activity most likely to put a smile on a man's face. The poll of 1,000 men revealed 29% of the votes. Coming up from that, number 10, Catching up with friends via social media, 3%. Who said that?
Well,
what are the 3%?
Here's the thing.
Hey, it was so cool to reconnect with my buddy. That is put a smile on my face today.
We said of 1,000 men, so 30 guys had to say, you know what really put a smile on my face today? That I love doing every day, catching up with my friends.
And listen,
you know what I do most times on social media? Try to figure out why these people are my friends.
I'm not a bigot, all right? I don't like to pigeonhole people. I don't like to stereotype people, but it doesn't specify hetero or homosexuality. So I gotta believe that a good chunk of those 30 guys were gay dudes that were like, oh yeah, I caught up with Jerome or whatever. Number 9, 5% receiving a text. Put a smile on them unless it's a nudie text.
I'm gonna say it's gonna depend who it's from and what the content is.
Right. Number 8 with 8% of the votes. Getting a new top score on a computer game or app.
Are you really doing this day to day?
You did. Did you get a smile on your face and Bejeweled?
Yeah, bastard.
I forgot.
You did just now, so that answers my
I'm
question.
laughing because I remember it was such a huge competition between us all.
Instead of doing show prep, I'm sitting there trying to beat Pat's score and Bejeweled an hour before
because
the
it
show.
always reset that day.
Right. Number 7, 11% say having time to read the news. Why?
What?
How does that? Especially maybe over there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about you, but I've read the news lately. It's depressing.
Nothing in the news puts a smile on my face.
You know what?
Look at that. The unemployment percentage got
even the puff
higher.
pieces that they put in to break it up, I'm like, that's stupid.
That means that there were 100.
That dog could have drowned while it was water skiing. Irresponsible bastards.
That's 110 men with children. Because you
Because
have
that
time
means
to
the
actually
kids-
just sit down.
That means the kids are quiet, or at
sit
least in the other room.
And I have
sit on the
time.
toilet for half an hour, not be bothered.
Half hour.
I gotta
3.5 hours.
cut it off eventually. My ass starts to get numb. Then it's not fun anymore.
I took a class when I was at Tri-C. It was one of the health classes. And the teacher, like, that was his big, like, soapbox, was reading when you're on the toilet because of all the health issues, because of the way the blood pools and, like, you get hemorrhoids and you get all this other stuff from doing that, supposedly, according to him. I mean, he ranted for like half an hour one class about how he gives so much crap to like the professors and students when he sees them walking by with a newspaper headed to the bathroom, and don't do that.
Well, then I'm screwed because I can't go to the bathroom without reading.
Yeah, so
I'd bring the phone now.
That's what I do
play
now.
games.
The technology allows me, especially with all the apps for the news websites I have on my phone. I just sit there and read all the stories. Number 6,
my books.
20% of the vote. A surprise dinner from a woman in his life.
Again, not to pigeonhole. I'm gonna guess a lot of that was from the hetero side.
Right. I'd have to say
I
so.
bet you can cook.
Number 5 with 22%.
You know, it doesn't specify what woman in his life.
Right. Yeah, thanks, Mom.
I was thinking the mistress.
Oh. A decent tea or coffee.
I'm not having an affair. She just makes me dinner.
That has to be purely British, dude.
What?
Decent tea or coffee.
I've never had like a good cup of coffee. I was just like,
oh, this
that's
made
so
my
great.
day.
Dude, no, I can say this honestly. That is my afternoon coffee every day. I will say that.
That puts a smile on your face.
Yes, it does.
Really?
Every time I have to sit down at my desk and start doing paperwork, yeah. That cup of coffee, that 30 seconds before I start and just have a couple good gulps of coffee, make me feel better. Puts a smile on my face every time. But I'm a coffee fiend.
This is true. I'm a cigarette fiend, and cigarettes don't do that to me. I don't take my first hit for the day, and I'm just like, big smile. This is great. Number 4, an innocent flirt. Got 26%. Number 3, hang out with friends. Got 27%. Number 2, self-gifting DVDs, clothes, and technology. 28%.
Should be number 1.
Maybe I just don't smile a lot. Because like I'm thinking like I'm happy when I do these things, and then like I said earlier, number 1, eating a favorite lunch, 29%. Like buying myself stuff, I'm happy. I'm like, cool, this new thing, and then I use the new thing. I never like just reflect and smile about it. Hang out with friends, yeah, I'm happy to hang out with friends, but I'm never just sitting there being like, man, this is really great hanging with the guys. I love this.
I don't know if they literally mean you're gonna start smiling like a fool, but it's something that if you did smile, nobody'd be surprised.
Yes. What's this? Splashing out on DVDs, closing edge, including Daytona. Oh, they're just reiterating what was already said. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm just not a happy person.
Well, are any of us really happy?
I'm trying to honestly think what in my life could put a smile on my face.
Morning head.
The funny thing is when he said what the title was earlier, I was like, if blowjobs aren't on the list, I'm calling it. But then I realized it said day to day.
Yeah. It didn't say year to year.
It didn't say special occasion. Things that put a smile.
You should already be smiling on your birthday anyway. Where's the one thing that I wanted to do? Pat came and picked me up on Saturday night because I planned on drinking at his house, and he was nice enough to cart me there and back to my house with a couple stops in between.
After a couple bar stops.
So I didn't have to drive, and he ran into this because we got down the street and we're about to get on the freeway to go back to his house, and I realized that I had lost my cell phone. Well, left it at home, which I do a lot. Like, I always misplace my... And it's just recently, like, within the past few months. I'm usually really good about it. It's usually attached to me. I always know where it's at all times. But for some reason, I've become really scatterbrained about my cell phone in the past few months.
Mine's always leaving it in the car when I get back home or when I get somewhere. Because I'll take it out of my pocket and set it in the cup holder.
Right.
If it goes off or something, just so it's right there. So I don't have to dig in my pocket while I'm driving. And I'll get out of the car and start walking and go, ugh. Because I don't want to leave it sitting out in the open like that.
No, yeah, absolutely not. So I guess I leave mine more than I lose it. When it's on me, it's usually on me for good. There has been a couple times where it's like on my lap in the car, and I don't realize that it falls off my lap, and then I get out of the car, and then it's like 2 hours of pure panic, turning the house upside down, trying to find my phone, going through the whole car, nothing, until finally, like, I realize that it's in between the seat and the center console, under a napkin, and weird stuff. So cell phone insurance claim processors at mobileinsurance.co.uk, I guess we're just staying in England, went through their claims from the past year and compiled a list of the top 10 weirdest ways to lose a cell phone.
I think it's awesome that on election day, like, every single story we've done has come from England.
Right.
And you know why that is?
Because there's nothing being covered in the U.S. except the election.
All the U.S. is covered. And actually, England is. Did you hear BBC, where they have a crew, is at Melt in Cleveland Heights.
Oh, man.
That's where they're going to be tonight, because they're hitting certain cities in Cleveland, with Ohio being such a big state, big area. Their coverage for Ohio, they decided to do in Cleveland, and they're in the Cleveland Heights Melt.
That's too bad. I got excited for half a second, because if it would have been the one up the road from my house, I totally would have went there on my way home. Gotten on BBC.
I think it's subliminal. It's subliminal in our minds. We are taking a look back to where we came from.
That could be it. We need another revolution, damn it. We're not happy with any of these candidates. This is, again, top 10 weirdest ways to lose a cell phone as compiled by mobileinsurance.co.uk after they went through their claims from the past year. Number 1, a farmer claimed his phone disappeared inside the back end of one of his cows when he'd been using the flashlight on his iPhone while assisting the cow during calving. The phone later made an appearance but was damaged.
Really? A cattle farmer doesn't own an actual flashlight? Have we come to this point in our civilization?
Maybe he forgot it and he didn't want to run back up to the farmhouse. Like, I got my flashlight app. Nah.
There was actually somebody on my friends list that pointed out, I guess supposedly after the storm, the statistics were released. They have, these are the top, you go into the app market or the Google market or whatever you want to call it, Google Play, whatever they call it now. And it lists from 1 on down, like the most popular apps.
Yeah.
Following this big storm we had, I don't know where it had been before, but the new number 2 app most downloaded from the market, the flashlight app.
The flashlight app. That makes sense.
And he was like, do we really? None of us own flashlights at this point?
And like mine, like there's no batteries in mine, so I would have had to use it if my power went out. Like the first thing I did when I saw how bad it was going to be and that I might be affected for a while was made sure my cell phone had a full charge. Like before I got candles, I did anything else, I made sure my phone had a full charge.
When I came home... When I came home from work, that was one of the first things the wife said is, you may want to throw it on the charger now.
Right.
Because that way we know it's going to be charged throughout the night.
It would have been even better if my power did go out and I didn't use my flashlight app, but instead I downloaded the candle app. It was just a little candle flame on my phone. Number 2, a lady in her early 40s claimed that she baked her Nokia 6303i, or 63, I don't know how you say Nokia phones, into a sponge cake she'd been making for her daughter's birthday. It did not survive the heat.
She was actually just getting experience for when she later baked a nail file into a cake for her husband.
A lady in her 30s claimed she'd been walking her dog on the beach when a seagull swooped down and took her Samsung Galaxy from her hand. She must have had the popcorn app up on her phone.
Well, and here's the thing is, that makes me think of, I think it was my junior year in high school. We went to a choir competition down at Kings Island, and we were all gathering in the main area of Kings Island. There, we were checking in with our teacher, and one of the girls was just walking, and there was this like kamikaze bird, because it comes swooping down out of the air and literally flies head first into the back of her neck.
Oh, that happened to me when I worked at Six Flags with a duck.
Hits the back of her neck, breaks its own neck on impact, and drops to the ground dead.
I told you, bird. Number 4, rather than paying for a ticket to see Blur at their sellout Hyde Park shows, one customer tried to film the event on his iPhone from a nearby tree. He got a little too excited as the band came on stage, though, and dropped his phone onto the ground below. That's not really weird. A 40-year-old construction worker said his iPhone 4S had fallen out of his back pocket when he pulled his jeans down before sitting on the toilet. Not realizing he went about his business and flushed. The phone didn't go down, but sustained serious water damage.
Amongst other things.
Right. A man in his 30s claimed he'd been filming monkeys from the car window in a safari park with his HTC One X when a monkey climbed on the roof and snatched it.
I want to see that footage.
Never film monkeys with your phone when they can get to it. Are you crazy?
It's a horrible idea. That's just waiting to get stolen.
When my uncle was in the Marines, he was stationed in the Philippines, and he said when they would drive down the roads in their Jeeps and they would march behind them, like monkeys would just sit in the trees on either side of the road and just pelt them with rocks and shit and just everything.
That would be 4.
That's cool. A couple reenacting the I'm King of the World scene from the Titanic lost their phone over the side of their cruise ship while trying to take a photo of themselves. They deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. Not only were they reenacting a stupid scene that's way too over reenacted from a horrible movie
from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
What? Have you not been on a boat since this movie came out?
But you couldn't come up with something better to do?
Right.
Take a picture of an iceberg. That would have been an awesome recreation. But I guarantee they were posing like that,
leaning out over.
And yeah, I guarantee one of them was leaning over you were asking for it.
Stupid.
I would have pushed you.
Unfortunately, it doesn't say what kind of phone that one was.
And that was right before T-Pain and Andy Samberg showed up, so that was just poor timing.
A pyrotechnician, this is going to be good, was setting up a show for the National Fireworks Championships. What? I don't even want to read anymore. That's awesome.
What I want to do is stop this story and find out where and when this happens.
Right. That has to be amazing. Left his iPhone 3GS within the blast zone, and it was nowhere to be found when he returned after the show, having been fired 3,000 feet into the air before exploding in a stunning display.
All I know is...
Can you imagine the phone going up and it explodes and Angry Birds come out of it?
Can you imagine him going, oh man, where's my... No! As he sees it come out of the
tries
chute.
to snatch it in the half a second that he has to grab it.
They don't have the 2013 information up yet. But for 2012, the British Firework Championship...
Oh, dumb.
We're August 14th and 15th.
A British story.
Yep.
August 14th and 15th in Plymouth Hoe. I wish to God I was making it up.
There's so many slutty pilgrim jokes there. It's not even funny.
Plymouth Hoe.
Oh, jeez.
Either that or Pilgrim Thundercat jokes.
Oh, and useful
Nice.
links. Where to stay, where to go.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be huge.
Where to put your phone.
Listen, I'm going to tell you.
Went on there this year.
When I was in Paducah, Kentucky, to interview for a gig down there, it's lucky that I had a friend down there to stay with, because if not, I would not have gotten a hotel room anywhere near the area, because every hotel room with at least in a 5 to 10 mile radius, probably 5 mile radius, because within 10 miles there's just nothing, but with at least within a 5 mile radius, we're all booked because of the annual quilting event that they hold down there. So if that can be completely booked, I'm sure in England it's going to be a pretty big deal for the National Fireworks Championship.
I just think it sucks for this guy that he had the firework app playing at the time.
A lady in her mid-20s admitted she'd thrown her HTC Desire X at her boyfriend, whom she discovered was cheating, but it missed him and hit a wall, breaking the handset. That's not weird.
That's not how do you follow the National Fireworks Championship? It's probably something that happens, I'd say, around 80 times a day.
Right. And then lastly, a woman in her late 20s claimed the vibrator function on her BlackBerry Bold 9900 phone had stopped working while she was using it as an adult toy. Again, sustained serious water damage.
Okay. I would say that's not that unusual. The unusual part is she admitted it.
When I read the first half of it, I thought they were going to say, like, because they were talking about losing the cell phones, not just damaging them. So I thought it was, like, going to get stuck up in her.
Yeah.
I was wrong. They stopped working.
I hate to say this because it's a horrible pun, but they really did blow their load with the fireworks thing, dude. They should easily be number one.
That should have either led or been the last one.
We're going to take a short break and we come back.
And if it led, the follow-up should have been stop reading at this point.
Right. We will hear Johnny Five's brand new Top 13. We will vote on the 2 nominees for Idiot of the Week. Even the presidential election has more than 2 nominees. Oh, by the way, election update. This just in from the smoking gun. I stopped caring. You're listening to Project X.
Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Are you tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for 2, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99
Peak99.com. Peak99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. Peak99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectify backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectify backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com.
Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. User friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
Produced by alcoholics.
Somebody spilled beer in this ashtray.
Enjoy Project X
on MorningShowCentral.com.
Nope, doesn't go out any further.
I got him on camera too.
If you're not right there, get to the website, ProjectXShow.com, Project spelled with a K.
Not with a C. Backwards if you can.
Because Pat hit a growth spurt.
World's tallest broadcaster. That's what I was going to say. World's tallest.
We're doing giant radio host. We have a midget under the table.
I'm on his shoulders.
Strongest midget ever.
I'm sure there's no one to call, so never mind. Pat, what was your idiot nominee?
Oh, we're recapping, huh?
Yeah. It's that time, right?
Mine's James Washington out of Nashville. He was already in prison on an unrelated sentence when he started to have a heart attack. Assuming he wouldn't make it through the heart attack, he called over guard James Tomlinson and confessed to the 1995 murder of Joyce Goodner. However, he made a full recovery and later got to hear the whole conversation again as Tomlinson sat in court. Said he kind of got as best he could in motion. Said, I have something to tell you. I've got something on my conscience. You need to hear this. I killed somebody. I beat her to death. He tried to take back his sentence after he survived the heart attack, but it was too late. He was found guilty last month and now faces a life sentence.
I'm going to forfeit. So in lieu of recapping my idiot nominee, I'm going to read the links that show up for my also see. Since I read the story, they want me to also see weird news. A busload of nuns and a bar-hopping baby. I really wish I would have seen this before I printed it so I could have clicked on it. And also, weird news. Naked on the mall, Bridezilla blows a gasket. Hindsight is a bitch. Johnny 5, what's your new top 13 this week?
With the Disney takeover of Lucasfilm, it is if they would agree to do celebrity deathmatch style, my top 13 picks for Disney versus Lucas.
Let's do that.
The sportos, the motorheads, geeks, sluts, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
Number 5 is alive.
All right, number 13, Indiana Jones versus Woody.
Ooh.
Number 12, Jar Jar Binks versus Dumbo.
Ugh.
Both big-eared people that nobody cares about.
That's for sure.
Number 11, Darth Maul and the Emperor versus Maleficent and Ursula.
That would be a good one.
Number 10, The Incredibles versus the Jedi Council. Number 9, Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie versus Mola Ram and Short Round. Number 8, Han Solo versus Tarzan. Number 7, Beast versus Chewbacca, which I find one of the most intriguing ones, actually.
Now, wait a minute.
Yo.
Didn't you say you were staying
Wrong
away
Beast.
from... Okay. Oh, okay.
Because I did the same thing in my head at first.
Okay. It's sad that I didn't even
I
think
probably
about
should
that
have
one.
clarified that, huh?
Yeah.
Oops. Number 6, Jabba the Hutt versus Chris Berman. They own ESPN.
Berman would totally eat Jabba.
Jabba would kill himself after Berman gave him a stupid nickname.
Unless he put him into the Rancor pit, and his Berman was falling back. Splat.
Number 5, R2-D2 versus Wally.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs versus Princess Leia and the Ewoks.
That one would actually be really awesome.
Pretty sure it would be a massacre.
Number 3, my 3, 2, and 1 are tied for me. I just had to kind of put them in an order. Number 3, Mutt Jones versus the Muppets. Because I personally think it'd be the funniest furry ass whooping ever.
This side of the Ewoks and the Stormtroopers.
Right. Number 2, Boba Fett versus Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, that'd be a real good one.
And number 1, Darth Vader versus Jafar.
Ooh. That's all sorts of evil.
Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa.
It's the list. Chris, vote.
Don't know.
There's
Just
one
like the presidential
person.
elections.
How can we sway you, Chris?
Undecided.
Can't you be swayed to vote for the one
Pat.
that there is to vote for?
Neo.
Johnny 5.
I think I'll go with Pat.
Pat.
I abstain.
That's your constitutional right?
Trying to think if that's against the rules or not.
Not yet.
I'll allow it. I vote for Pat.
I'm entirely too tall to vote.
Can we get a drum roll? Whatever, Pat wins. Let's get the hell out of here.
Huzzah! I say that because it's right here.
Oh. In regards to what?
It's just people have highlighted this.
Awesome. I'm ready to go now. It's 9 o'clock. See ya.